Sorry, Ashley. I mean, what's the role of technology that you see in this whole set of you identifying the problem and trying to scale your business?
So technology, I think two ways, right? One, the part that I already spoke about, which is using the app, right, to basically perform more efficient inspections. But then we should also realize that you will not pay more money to an inspector who's using an app. You don't really care, right? Finally, what you care is the list of issues that we find for your house, right? So technology, while it is a entry barrier, it is not really, you can't charge a premium for it, right? But what you can charge a premium possibly is the ability to give you a report within, say, 6 hours rather than 72 hours, right? That's but then again, because home inspections is a brand new concept, when you can't, when you don't know the baseline, then it's very difficult to charge a premium because you're more looking at awareness. So coming back to your question, so using the app as a technology differentiator helped us, but to scale, it definitely, the ability of us to leverage all the digital content, right? Go into digital marketing, use all the handles, use all of that. That way technology helped us, right? In terms of getting more customers. What it is helping us even more today is in the ability, because we have a cloud-based product and we have a legacy of 3,000 plus inspections behind us, we are able to do analytics that others are not able to, where I'm able to tell you what are the top 10 issues that houses have across Bangalore. But not just houses. I can tell you if, what are the issues that, say, Shobha projects have, or what are the issues that, Prestige projects have. If I even slice it down further, I can tell you Prestige, Falcon City, across the houses, these are the issues, the top 10 issues. And I don't need a human being to look at, data. I have, content already there. So that's what I think, see, because we did not have enough data in terms of number of reports, right? We were not able to extrapolate too much. I think data also helps you only when it is of a certain size.
Size and scale.
Yeah, exactly. So 3,000 inspections into 100 checks into, say, 100 photos or 150 photos. Then you are, it's coming up with data that you can actually now think, okay, can I use AI? Can I use augmented reality? Things like that. That is where I think more and more we will be able to leverage it. But otherwise, yes, to a large extent, technology did help us. Did it help us get more money per customer? I don't think so, right? Because people didn't really care. But I think we will be able to different the IP, of course, the assets, and like Jayant said, the user-generated content. That all helps with the brand. So that definitely is there.
So do you see really cutting edge stuff coming up in terms of technology? Say, for example, you were giving the example of the air bubble trapped under your floor. Is there any kind of inspection tools? I know these are very high-end inspection tools maybe, but which kind of probe floors or probe walls and see occlusions or inclusions in there and things like that. Do you think you'll want to adopt those kind of things in your array of things that you do? Or?
So that's an excellent question, Jayant, because the civil or the construction industry has been plagued by a lack of technology, right? Because it's been, people have to build walls and people are involved. There's a lot of labor. So technology, has not permeated actually too much into the construction industry. However, as far as tools are concerned, even there, see, unfortunately, the construction methods that we use in India, or the material that we use, are concrete, hard tiles and things like that. We don't use wood too much in terms of walls and things like that, right? And that makes it difficult for tools to actually look through concrete unless they're really high end. They can't really go beyond, say, a couple of centimeters or things like that. So that is a challenge. Even in the floors, in fact, the test. So we don't really use high-end tools because they don't exist in the scale that we can use them. For example, the way we check hollow tiles is basically by sound waves. We have a rubber mallet and we tap on it, and only a trained observer can tell the difference between what is hollow and what is probably not sitting right and things. like that, right? Of course, in electricals, there are tools, and basically, because electricals is like a 1 or a 0, right? It's binary. It's working or it's not working. There is no in between.
True.
But with civil, with walls and dampness, you can, so with dampness, for example, right? If there is seepage or dampness in the middle of your wall, or, it's impossible for us to figure out if there's water inside. But water can be found out if it permeates to the surface, and you use a, infrared or a thermal camera, or you use a moisture meter. Then you're able to kind of tell them that, because of the temperature difference, there is moisture here and not there, right? So technology, as we understand it, especially coming from the software guys, is slightly differently applied when it comes to, construction.
Absolutely.
But you're right. We wanted to be on the forefront of technology. So one of the things we invested in was something called a Wallabot. So Google Wallabot was one of these devices that won, in one of, in CES, CES happens in Vegas. Wallabot won an award, I think 4 or 5 years ago. So we basically, what it does is it's able to look through walls. Now, the definition of an American wall, like I said, is, it is either plaster of Paris or wood, right? Unlike India. But then we realized that, while it might not look through a wall completely the way we want it to, but even if it gives us a sense of, instead of telling dampness on the surface, if it's able to tell us 10 mm into the wall, that is still a differentiator. So we invested in it and, got it and tried to use it inside, and we still use it. But then, like I said, it's still, you have to come up with your own solutions for the absence of technology that is affordable. And there's no point in saying, okay, I have this huge thing that can actually check whether every tile is hollow, but I can't really bring it to every house, right? So it doesn't help. But we're always on the lookout. We're always on the lookout for tools that will help be more objective, because I think where technology helps is in being objective rather than being subjective. Right? Because home inspectors, while we train them and all that, they're also subject to their own moods and, all that, right?
Absolutely.
And where a machine can do a much better job. But we are not there yet. In fact, I've blogged upon the future of home inspections, right? And I think technology will definitely permeate into home inspections as well, with augmented reality and all that stuff. But nowhere compared to other verticals as
as how it's running.
Exactly.